I left the boxing gloves. But you were saying, Mr. Ahmed, please.
Yeah, so first thing, what people are not seeing here. Everybody's jumping into the drama and this and that, taking sides and whatever. I saw this thing first thing this morning. Nilifurahi sana.
Yeah.
Not because Wakazi alitupa props now, flowers, no. Because there's a conversation.
Yes.
Comedy is on the airway.
Yeah.
It's hot today. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
For builders of the comedy space, that's beautiful. That people are talking. Well, it generates conversation, it generates interest. Yani bada Wakazi kuongea vile already on our Instagram tuna pum 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 pum.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, who's TZ Punchline? Who's Wasafi? Who's Nani? Who's Watubaki? Who's and kwa hiyo yani questions inaanza
rise up.
And it's like, okay, that's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need. So I'm really happy about that because it's conversation. Whether it's positive, negative, doesn't matter. It's conversation. Secondly, we are very young in the comedy game.
Oh, man.
Tanzania,
I think that's why I took it so personally too. I was like, Wakazi, these are my friends.
Very young. Wakazi mentioned Earthquake.
Yeah.
Earthquake, watu wanamjua sasa hivi. Earthquake has been in the game for a minute. When Dave Chappelle, I think he was still a teenager.
Yes. Wow.
Yes.
He was going to, I think, Atlanta to do a show.
Wow.
This was a time when Dave Chappelle didn't even smoke weed.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Yeah.
Earthquake owned a comedy club in Atlanta. He picked him up from the airport, took him to the club for him to do the thing. So Earthquake has been in the game for ages.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle commanding millions of dollars on a Netflix special, selling out arenas, being called a GOAT. He's been in the game for 35
years. Yes.
years. 35 years.
Yeah.
Fluffy ni mtu mzima. Fluffy is not a kid. He might look like a kid because he's wearing baggy shirts and baggy shorts on stage. You might think he's a fluffy young guy. No, this guy's been in the game for over 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
So these guys have been doing comedy. Now, comedy is one of those things that, and in everything, even hip hop.
Yes.
You don't have to start hip hop when you're a child.
Yes.
You can start hip hop when you're 50.
Yes.
But for you to be able to be good at hip hop, it'll take you a good 10 years.
Yes.
Gotta find your voice, gotta find your style, and once you find it, you perfect it, and then you find that
10,000 hours.
You know, you cannot go on stage today and be a superstar today. It doesn't work.
No,
it doesn't work.
I agree.
So comedy in Tanzania is in that stage. Bado ni changa. What Wakazi did, he said, huyu anifurahishi, huyu anichekeshi, lakini Dogo Pepe ananimaliza every time. Do you know why?
Why?
Dogo Pepe has been doing this game for over 12 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And being consistent.
Name another comedian in Tanzania.
Well,
name them right now who's been doing more time on stage than Dogo Pepe.
So true.
Evans Buku.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two men, you put them on the stage anywhere, deliver every time.
Yes.
Every time. Without fail.
I remember wakati Evans anaanza tulikuwa tumwelewi akifanya stand up comedy.
Because he was still
we
young.
never understood him kabisa.
He was still young in the game.
Tunaona Kiingereza kingi atuchekeshi, yani tulikuwa tunaona comedy ni ile kuongea makabila, utani ule alikuwa anasema mgenge. That's it. So it took time.
It takes time. It takes time to get to that level ambayo you can, like, first you have to find your voice. First you have to be comfortable with talking the truth. That's one. Because comics wanapoanza, they want to talk about fun. They think, I just need to be funny.
Yeah.
And then you're chasing the funny, and then it doesn't land.
Yeah.
So you realize, it's not about the fun, it's about the truth. Now you need to search your truth. Now you need to be mature enough emotionally and vulnerable enough to be able to dive in yourself and talk about the things that
happens to you.
Yeah, happens to you. And guess what? That's when you start being funny, because my truth could be your truth.
Exactly.
Yes.
We can relate.
We have similarities.
Yes.
Now you're digging into your pain and finding the funny in it. And maybe you have a similar type of pain. That's where the connection comes in.
Exactly.
That's when the comic and the audience, they connect He delivers a punchline, the audience laughs.
Yes.
It's a connection.
Okay.
It's not just
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then, so first is the truth.
Yeah.
Second is finding your voice. So you'll start. Look at Dave Chappelle. When he started, and now it's a total different comic.
Yeah.
He's very
Relaxed.
chilled. His poise, and then,
Yeah. Every now and then.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it takes time to find your voice. And once you found your voice, is now perfecting your personality, your act, etc. So that's why those 10,000 hours are very important. Unfortunately, in Tanzania, there's only 2 comics who have the 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
Evans Bukuku and Dogo Pepe.
Pepe.
No one else. I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
No one else has 10,000 hours. However, wakifika that time where they have the time, then boom. And also, when you compare, because people have been exposed to American comedy and English comedy before Tanzanian comedy.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first comedy club that we've built. It's the first one. In America, you have thousands of comedy clubs. Comics in America, he can build a joke today, perform it the same night, 4 times, 5 times a night. So from the beginning of the night till the next day, that joke, it's evolved.
Taking life of itself.
You know what I mean? Because you get instant feedback. You go on stage, you wrote something down, you're like, this is funny. You deliver it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That worked, that didn't work. So immediately after the show, you're going back, oh man, I thought that would work, that didn't work. Why? Let me change this word. Maybe add a movement. Maybe do this. Maybe da-da-da. And then on the next show you go, you've perfected it. You get the feedback. Okay, I need to play here, 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 here. And that's how they do until they get to a stage where they build a special. A special is basically a collection of work that they've been building for the past year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, until it's like,
Yeah.
and then it goes out to the
Yeah.
world. And once it goes out to the world, it's dead.
Yeah.
You can't do that material.
You can't do it
no more.
again.
Yeah.
Everybody has seen it. You have to start again. With the music industry, you can do a song and it could
Perform
be
it till you are
and
100
it's
years.
like, 50, 60 years, that thing is still going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Earth, Wind and Fire still do sold out concerts selling during September. You know what I mean? Today it's like sold out, thousands of people go watch them.
True
Comedy,
story.
sheesh.
Yeah.
You do that special before and you go and perform it. People say, I heard that before. It ain't funny. Write some new material.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So the culture of comedy in Tanzania is very young. Now conversations like this are beautiful because
Yes.
whoever thought
This is
they
what
were
I love.
funny,
Yeah.
whoever thought that they're doing the thing, they're getting a reality check. Like, yo. So it's like, okay, so if they're willing to take in constructive criticism, it's like, oh, okay. Because me, when I look at it from, I know Wakazi is a brother, I know he's an entertainer, but that, what he spoke, it didn't speak from a space of being an entertainer, being in the music business or knowing better. He spoke from a person who's a consumer.
As a fan.
Comedy, as a fan. And he has the right to say what he wants to say. And us as the comedians and the people in the comedy game, we need to take that in and like, okay, apparently we're not funny. We need to start working, you know? So basically right now, what we're trying to do, like with the club, we're going to have now weekly activities. Like on Tuesdays, it's going to be open mic night.
Okay.
So every young comic, even older comics, this is a place
There's no
the time
age
they come
limit.
and work.
Yes.
Pa. And then we have the paid shows where they come and deliver to an audience. But also we've got the pipeline with Kenya and South Africa, where we send our comics to Kenya and South Africa. And guess what? We've sent Watubaki comics to Kenya. We've sent Watubaki comics to South Sudan. We've sent them to Zambia. We've sent them to South Africa. We don't care. We don't care Watubaki. We don't care Sijui Chekatu. We don't care Sijui Bad Boys of Comedy. We don't care who you are. You say you're a comic, there's the stage. Sometimes young cats come up, it's like, yo, I want to be a comic. Naomba utaratibu.
Chekesha.
Naomba utaratibu. It's like kuna form ya kujaza, kuna malipo na nini.
But this is the thing. I think people also take it for granted that it's simple.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's the toughest job.
Oh, it's the hardest job. In this industry, that is the hardest job you could ever do.
In punchline, we're terrible at that. We make you feel nice.
No, you are very
make you
kind.
feel nice.
No, you are very kind.
Yeah, no. But we want the truth. We want you to find out for yourself. Because we know the comedy game is not easy.
It's not.
So we don't want to make it difficult for young cats to come up. But we know if you don't have what it takes,
And you have to have tough
if
skin.
you don't have resilience, if you don't have, tough skin,
Cojones.
cojones. Yeah. Can you say that on radio?
It's another language.
It's
We don't know.
If you have that, she said, you will see you're behind very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's like anybody comes to us and say, I want to do the thing, Okay, they come and ask to go on the big shows. No.
Yeah.
But there are shows, the Friday shows,
smaller ones.
Punchline Roll.
Yes.
It's like, hey, come through. You've been to Punchline Roll.
Yes.
You saw the open mics doing their thing. We were like, come through. You think you're funny? Yeah, they're the people.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah,
Yo, guys have flopped. Yo. You're hard. Oh. And that's the best part of their routine is when they're just standing there and everybody's looking at them like,
Tunakusikiliza, zungumza.
There's no
but the good thing with Tanzanians are such nice people.
No.
You are dying on stage and everybody.
Hiyo unaangalia upande mmoja. Unaangalia upande mmoja. Ujue audience ya punchline kuna dada wazuri bwana. Ni warembo. Kwa wewe pale acha na kuzomewa ni kwamba yani nimezingua mbele ya hawa watoto.
Inatosha. Chief, and Evans Bukuku na story moja. When they were doing in the beginning, wakati wana try to discover comics. I think even Deogratius was discovered. And Deogratius, prolific. Prolific.
Yes.
Deogratius is, I don't want to take away his star, but he's like the Dave Chappelle of Bongo.
Correct.
That boy, I'm telling you.
No, he's proper.
He's proper.
He's proper.
He's proper. Deo Gratias, that boy, you give him 10 years. That boy is a murderer. Kwanzaa is super brilliant.
Yeah.
He's smart too.
He's a master's in law.
Yes.
And not something that his father paid for.
No.
It was a scholarship. You know how brilliant you have to have a scholarship to go abroad. That people pay for you to go abroad from Ifakara. Government working families, not eti mtoto Baresh, no. Gets a scholarship to go and do a master's of law in Italy.
Wow.
And comes back and says, you know what, she's communist, like, no, that's what I want to be. With African parents. With conservative African parents. The father is a doctor, the mother is, I don't know what she does, but they're all conservative African parents.
Watoto na akili wewe.
The bravery, the word she said. To be able to say, no, I don't want to do law, I want to pursue comedy. Why won't you be a star? Of course you're going to be good and prolific because the passion, it's not I want to try. It's like this is it. There's nothing else.
It's not like I don't have options, but this is it.
This is it.
I know that
feeling. Days where it doesn't work. There's never been a day it's like, hey, he's putting on a suit going back to court. No, it's like this is it. So that's what we need. We need people to identify the thing. And the only way comedy is going to go from here to there is by people leveling up. Putting in the work. Showing up. Usisubiri uitwe. Njoo perform. Piga simu, ibuka. And then
omba nafasi.
Omba nafasi. Okay. Comedy houses ziko chache. In Bongo sasa hivi ziko 3 I think, or 4 ukicount na Arusha kuna moja. Shout out to Arusha Comedy Club. Zanzibar kuna nyingine, Zanzibar Comedy Club. Those Comedy Club in Arusha and Comedy Club in Zanzibar. Guess where those kids came from?
Here.
Punchline.
Yes.
Because we tell them, listen, Punchline can't do everything. We can't be everywhere. So you want gigs, set them up.
Yes.
You see how we're doing? You want help? You need assistance? Come through. We'll advise you. If it's even financially, whatever we can, we will help. Set up your own room. And get it done.
Yes.
And this kid Mafta went to Zanzibar for work, and he still missed comedy. He can't come to Dar for comedy. So he spoke to us and said, Mafta, listen, set up a room. How am I going to do it? Just go speak to the hotels, whatever. Speak to them. Something will happen. Boom. Now he does once a month, every other Thursday, at a nice hotel in Stone Town. He has comedy.
Wakazi, are you happy with Ahmed's answer?
Yeah, me sina shida nao.
I'm joking.
That's my home, man.
But
they are doing great things. Na kama alivyosema, this is an opportunity to speak. When I'm disappointed by most comics, kwa sababu wengi wameniattack, tutampa stage aje afanye yeye comedy. Naweza mkajiloga mkanipa na nikatisha kwa sababu I'll prepare. I know you have to write material, you have to kujua what's your starting point, what is your middle, what is your finish, and you have to know how to read crowds. I've been performing. I'm a performer. No, for like 15 years now. So I'm like, okay, I know kama nimeanza kuboa watu, maybe ni change direction a little bit. Ndio maana pale mimi niandika kuna setup, kuna punchline, kuna improv, kuna mambo kama hayo. So I'm like, I know it. Sasa wao wanasema tutampa stage basi kama yeye anajua sana. Hapana, let's talk kama hivi. It's like, okay, what can be done? Do we have writers club? Tunakaa chini hizi comedy clubs zipo, je tunakaaga chini tunakutana au mleta. Nakumbuka Idris alikuwa na team. Idris has a team. That's what a person who takes it serious. So I'm like, okay, are you guys taking it that as serious? The most serious thing ni kwamba mkisekiwa Mlimani City na mkiweka mataa. Alafu pale mbele wamejaa ma celebrity. Is that the only thing, or the actual material has to be good?
One of the biggest challenges I see in Bongo right now is that we're in the social media age. And social media has this thing where it gives you, it's all about instant gratification.
Instant gratification, yes.
You know what I mean? It's like everything is now. Before, right now, a movie comes out, I can watch it immediately. Before, paka hiyo uione Bongo, it takes a while.
Tusubiri
drive-in mlikuwa naoda, mimi nimetoka mkoani, tulikuwa hatuna kitu. We didn't have cinema.
Usubiri cassette after 3 years.
You go and rent a VHS. You know what I mean? Or a friend amesafiri, nini amerudi, amekuja na recording, na nini. So everything you had to work for everything. Nothing was easy. There was a mission involved. Nowadays, everything is on your fingertips. You want a burger, delivered. You want this, you want that. You know, it's like everything right there. Watoto watumi dukani squeeze.
This is something that really
because we have a lot of Instagram comedians. They mistaken being an Instagram comedian with stand-up
with live.
It's
a
totally different.
Totally different. Very big difference.
You know, just because unapataga shangwe Instagram haimaanishi kwamba stand-up comedy watu wamekaa na kusikiliza for 20 minutes. Instagram, a real story is a minute and a half.
And going back to instant gratification, people want everything now. For example, when you look at Kevin Hart, when you look at Dave Chappelle, when you look at all these guys who've made it, you don't see their struggle. You only see the now, the brand, the name, the shine, the cars, the life.
Now they have made it.
You know what I mean? This is what you see now. You don't see them sleeping inside their car. You don't see them being homeless. You don't see them.
Said it.
You know what I mean? You don't see that. So what happens is, because everybody wants instant gratification, and then there's a big stage with lights. It's like, I need to be there, which is a good dream. But in order to be there, you have to start somewhere. And that's not a now thing. That's like a 5, 6, 7 year thing. You know what I mean? So sometimes you see young comics ambao wameanza tu comedy juzi, and then within a month is in front of 1,000 people. Like, no, bado. You're not ready, my friend. That's a good thing.
How do you combat that? How do we fix that?
Fix that is that for people to understand that this is a job like any other job. You need to be good at it so you can be rewarded. You have to have respect for the audience and not just give them anything, to give them your best. The best is created in the small rooms.
Kabisa.
It's always in the small rooms. The Dave Chappelle comedy special, the Chris Rock's, the Nani, where they do the comedy specials that make millions. Those jokes were perfected in the small comedy clubs. You know, that's where they're built.
Yeah.
And then they're taken to the big stage.
100%.
So what Tanzania we need to do, we need more smaller rooms. Yeah. So Punchline, we have our room right now. Yeah. We work with every comic, all the comics, from the Watubaki comics to the Cheka 2 comics. They all come to our room, and they know.
Yeah.
They know. This is no secret. They know. They want to get good. They gotta come there.
Yeah.
And we have an open door policy. We have no beef with nobody.
Yeah.
We love everybody.
Except for Wakazi.
I'm just saying.
moto.
I'm just saying. Wakazi gave us flowers today. I had a very good morning.
I know.
I had a very good morning.
But Wakazi, speaking of what Ahmed is saying, there's an open door policy. Come to the smaller rooms. This is where the greatest talents are developed and formed. You in hip hop, same thing.
It's the same thing. I was gonna say you can be a good artist. You can have a radio hit song, but you cannot be a good performer.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sabu, you have to do rehearsals. By the way, I'm doing rehearsals right now because I'm doing Saudi Zabusara, by the way, in February. So Zabusara is a month away. I'm already rehearsing.
There we go.
Because when I go in front of 7,000 people, I don't mess up.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to grind.
Talk about that.
Hapo Mikocheni kuna kichumba kidogo kama vosema small room, perfecting it. So it makes a lot of sense. Yani na hiyo ni ngumu kubadilisha watu because Instagram fame inawaingia watu kichwani kwamba utaniambiaje mimi nirudi si huku chini wakati anajiona kesha toka. Sasa hiyo ego hiyo
humility. What Cat Williams, this viral interview is like, humble yourself. You need to humble yourself.
That little man.
He set up the tone for the whole year.
And it is the same thing.
Anything that you do.
It is the same thing. We are going back to the roots. First, truth. Second, finding your voice. Going back to the basics. You have to go back there.
You have to go back there. Humility is very important.
Hey.
Very important. A lot of these young cats don't know. And I'm not trying to throw shade at young cats.
No,
it's that typical, these old people, they always throw shade at young cats. No, you know, the family structure is not the same. You know, back in the day, everybody grew up, mom and dad, proper, Nowadays, it's not the same. Now it's a lot of single family homes. So it's like, it's very different. These kids grow up lacking a lot. You know what I mean? And then they come to the world not ready. You know what I mean?
Yes.
With us older people, we had the opportunity to come from at least some kind of stability. So
some
when
structure.
you come to the world, you already have a little bit of discipline, a little respect. Nowadays, young cats don't have that. And I don't blame them. When I see that, so most people run to blame. I don't, because I know when you dig in, and that's the thing with comedy, because we always dig in. We want to know what's
exactly.
What makes you tick. It's like psychology. We're shrinks in a way. And then we find out that these kids, single family home, maybe tragedy while they were young, so they don't. And then like, okay, so we try and bring them in. The ones who listen, they have a lot. The ones who don't, and we always tell them, this is what you need to do to get better. Whether you do it, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
And the ones that do, they go. There's this young cat, this young girl called Naila.
I was about to ask you about the woman. Let's go.
This girl, the first time she came to the Punchline show, she was open micing. It was when we were doing the outdoor shows at the Drum.
The Drum.
This chick rocks up, goes on stage, and starts doing her bit. I looked at her and I was like, she crazy. Something not right about whatever. I was like, something's not right. It's just that it wasn't that she was crazy. And then she kept on coming. And then we had a chat with her. I was like, okay, why don't you do this, and let's see who you really are. And then her truth came out. Fire. This girl is straight fire. We've sent her to Nairobi. She went there, destroyed. She went to an English room and her intro was, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. She went to an English room in Nairobi and her intro was, what's that, nakutaka wewe na huyo bwana wako. That was when it destroyed. She was getting a standing O before performing. Who does that? And then she went in. Just like Eric, our friend and partner from the road, is like, yo, Nyla's destroying him out here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're so proud because that's what it's about.
Yes.
You know, it's truth, it's delivery.
Kabisa.
You know what I mean? And now she's been invited back for an all-female comedy show in Nairobi.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
You know what I mean? That's what's up.
And that's all.
Deogratis just got invited back to. We sent him to South Sudan. Actually, they requested him in South Sudan.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot more.
Yeah, we sent him down to Zambia. He was requested. We sent him down to South Africa. He was requested down to South Africa for specific. We want Deogratis for this show in South Africa.
Yeah.
But when you look at these people who we're mentioning, they're the ones who are like. They're serious. It's like, this is it.
Yes.
There's no, it's no bats. It's not a side hustle. It's not about fame.
I am in fully.
And when you look at Deogratis, his social media game is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Terrible. He doesn't know social media. And when you sit down and speak to him, it's like, I don't like this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's about the craft.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's the truth.
Yeah.
Now, until you realize that, and what I want to tell these young cats, because a lot of young cats want to go into the thing, so-and-so comedian. It's like, what's your name?
You know?
What's your name? What name did your mother give you?
Kabisa.
What's on your birth certificate? That's your name, not this comedian, that, this, no. They haven't discovered their truth.
Yeah.
That's why they have to have a brand.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your name? Your name is not comedian. Your name, you have a God-given name.
Yeah, my name is Ahmed.
Yes. Yeah. Use that. Now that's the beginning. It's like, this is who I am.
You're accepting yourself.
And we spoke to a few of the young comics about that. And immediately we started seeing this doing any comedian drop. And you see their real name. Okay. Child of so and so. I see you. It's like,
But also some theme names so mbaya. Kwa mfano me, I like Mzee
but for comedy it's different.
Yes.
You know, like even in comedy, you will see very few. You will see somebody like Fluffy. Yeah, but it's a brand thing.
It's a brand. Yeah.
You'll see Earthquake. But when you try and name names, every other comic uses their given name. They might change it a little bit, like whatever, but it's
a
like
little
Kevin.
Except Jamie Foxx. You know the story of Jamie Foxx, huh?
Yes, Jamie, that's not his name.
Wait.
Yeah, it's not his name.
That's not his name?
No.
So Jamie.
Actually, know his name? Yeah, that cannot be his name.
Is Eric Bishop. So he used to go, ndio hiyo njaa sasa hivi. Alikuwa anaenda kwenye comedy clubs. Kwa mnapanga mstari, alafu unaweza kafika sasa, mwisho hapa. Alafu wale leo mnani. Kwa kila kienda anakata. Alafu sometimes wanataka wafuate gender balance. Kwa hiyo unaandika unafika bado umeandikisha majina, kwa hiyo wanasoma kufanya gender balance, wanaita Jackie, wanaita nani. Kwa sasa akaandika Jamie because Jamie is ambiguous.
Yes.
It could be unisex. Akaanza kuandika Jamie Foxx, sababu Foxy, Jamie. So akaanza andika Jamie Foxx. So akawa akiandika Jamie Foxx, kila siku anafanikiwa kuitwa, alafu anasema tumemshamuita mvulana, so and then he started killing it. That became the name.
Madness. Then he was born.
Eric Bishop.
Guys, thank you so much. We could talk about this forever, but I've run out of time because I wanted you guys to fight. No amount of provocation was gonna make these two fight, no matter how much I try to.
We're gentlemen.
And we want to see comedy grow.
That's what's up.
And another thing, which is most important, Yamani. Constructive criticism, women.
Kabisa, kukosolewa.
Please explain constructive criticism, because we're not talking about dissing.
Yeah, it's constructive criticism. It's all about bring up your game.
Yes.
Ahmed, naomba waambie kwa Kiswahili ili waelewe hawa komedi wetu Tanzania.
Ni ushauri.
Kukosolewa
sio kutukanwa. Ni ushauri.
Kukosolewa kwa madhumuni ya kujenga.
Yes.
Constructive criticism ndio inaendelea hapo. Kwamba nikiwa nakukosoa kwa sababu aidha nakuchukia au basi tu, nitasema hujui huyu mshamba hajui tu basi. Lakini nikija kusema mbona hapa kama sioni mnafanya kile ninavyopaswa, mbona sioni hiki na hiki, mnaweza mkaimprove hicho. Kwa hapo nimekutajia vitu ambavyo naona mna lack, alafu ambavyo mnaweza mkavifanyia kazi.
Na kitu alichofanya hakuponda tu.
Yes.
Alitoa na mifano.
Kabisa.
Kwa nini msifanye hivi? Kwa nini ukienda kule utaona hiki, kufanya hivi utaona vile. Kwa hiyo cha msingi ni kwamba ujiangalie wewe, okay. Mimi kitu gani naweza kuboresha?
Ndio.
Uwe vile vile usiogope kwamba ushauri.
Ndio.
Punchline hawa wakisema show inaanza saa 2.
Ni saa 2.
Inaanza saa 2.
They are on time.
I had a date. Tena alikuwa juu hapa. I had a date nikaja pale Punchline. So saa 2 zote nimefika saa 2 kamili taska.
Shwa. Faster imeanza. Mujifunze pia kwa hii.
And that day it was the English room. After Dogo Pepe alikuja siku hiyo. And then his joke akawa anajitania yeye jinsi ambavyo yeye haelewi Kiingereza vizuri. Kwa hapa mmembananisha tu aje asichekeshe. Afa kachekesha sasa. Asichekeshe aonekane hajui kwa sababu lugha gongana. Alichekesha kasi kwamba the date that I was with. Since then akaniambia every time huyu akiwa na perform mimi namfuata.
You see?
Yes.
That's what's up. So it's not only good for comedy.
Oh, it's good for many things. We make them laugh and you take them home.
You take them home. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Lot of beautiful women.
Hey, ladies love to laugh. It's like
ladies love to laugh. You got that 1,000,000% right. 1,000,000%, especially a man who knows how to laugh. And if you can't laugh, bro, take them to comedy, please. Let some other man make them laugh, and then you take them home.
Exactly. Be smart about it.
Exactly.
We're here for you.
Oh my gosh. Ahmed, Wakazi, I appreciate you too so much. Thank you. Mgenge and Dora, it's been real. But we've got 2 more hours left on the show. We'll be right back. Thanks, and shout out to CRDB.